Hey there, sewing friends. Welcome back to my channel where we turn fabric into fabulous. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a cute and functional fold and go wallet. It's perfect for cards, coins, and all your tiny essentials. And trust me, this one is so easy. It's practically begging you to try it. It's foldable, portable, and ridiculously adorable. Now, before we dive in, let's quickly talk supplies because nothing ruins a good sewing session like realizing you're missing something halfway through. Here's what you need: one main body piece measuring 12.5 inches high by 10 inches wide. You're going to cut two of these, one for the exterior and one for the lining. You need your ruler, you need a pair of scissors, then you need a fabric marker or any marker of your choice. You need your snap buttons. If you've got everything, then we can get sewing. Now let's prep the flap because this is the star of this wallet show. You're going to be taking your fabric piece. Make sure it is wrong side facing you and it should be 10 inches wide by 12.5 inches high. Now you're going to grab your ruler or your measuring tape and your fabric marker, and then you're going to be measuring two rectangles 4 inches high by 3.25 inches wide on both top corners of this fabric. So you're going to be marking those out and you cut them out. So to make it easier, I am measuring, so you're measuring 4 inches along that 12 inches high edge on both sides. Then along the 10 inches edge, you're going to be measuring 3.25 inches wide, so that way it's easier for you to get your rectangle carved out. So you're going to be measuring, you're going to be connecting the lines so you can have your rectangle. When you're done, it would look like there are windows, but it's fine. You're going to repeat to the other side. You're connecting those lines. And then our rectangles or our boxes are ready to be cut out. So this is where you would be cutting out. So as soon as it's cut out, this will now be the flap area of the wallet. Whatever is left there will be the flap area of our wallet. Now to make this more fancy, we're going to taper the top edge of the flap. So you're going to be measuring in 1 inch from the side and 1 inch from the top, and then you'll be connecting those points with a diagonal line. So you're going to cut along this line to give the flap a soft polished look. So whatever piece you did this on, you're going to be repeating it on the other piece. I actually did that on my exterior piece. So now to repeat this on my lining piece. So to repeat it on my lining piece, easy peasy. As you can see, I just placed it on my lining piece, wrong sides facing each other so that they are mirrored kind of, and then I went ahead to mimic the flap. so that I would not have to start all over by measuring the triangles and try to taper the edge. So as soon as this is done, you would notice that you have your two pieces ready, and it's time to put these pieces together. Now you're going to place your exterior and your lining pieces right sides together like they are besties whispering secrets. Now if you're using regular fabric, you might want to fuse some fusible fleece to the wrong side of the exterior. This gives the wallet a bit of structure, like adding a backbone. But if you're using vinyl like me, skip the fleece, it's sturdy enough on its own. Clip these layers together all around the edges. When you're done, you're going to sew around the perimeter with a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, but make sure to leave a 6-inch gap on the bottom edge. This will be our escape route for turning this thing right side out. Don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and end for strength. Trust me, you don't want your wallet unraveling while you're showing it up. So make sure you backstitch. Now that we're done, we're about to turn this piece to the right side. But before then, we want to fold our seam allowance at the bottom edge, especially the area where we did not stitch. So because I'm using 1 part vinyl, I've decided to use my double-sided tape to fold the seam allowance. This is actually very important. For the other side that is fabric, you might just need a hot pressing iron to press that nice and flat. So before we turn this to the right side, we're going to trim our seam allowance to about 1/4 of an inch to reduce bulk in the seam. Trim, but make sure you do not trim the parts that we have not even yet stitched. Then you're going to reach into the gap that you left and pull your wallet panel through like you are pulling a rabbit out of a hat. When you're done pulling this wallet out, you're going to use a blunt tool like the back of a pen or a chopstick to gently push out those corners. If you're using fabric, press the seam allowance with a hot iron. If you're working with vinyl, just go ahead and push your corners as much as possible. Now we're going to be top stitching, not all around the edge. You top stitch, just the top area and the bottom. The sides are going to be left unstitched or on top stitched, whichever works. Now that we're done, we're going to create a trifold structure. Place the panel lining side up. They are going to fold in half so that the edges line up perfectly. Make sure you clip that side in place, and also the top parts with the flap area also. Then you're going to be measuring 1.5 inches from the side edge. The side you just clipped, you'll be measuring 1.5 inches from there. So when you're done measuring the 1.5 inches, you're going to be drawing a line straight down from the top to the bottom. So why we measured 1.5 inches is because if you measure your flap, the width of your flap, you will notice that it's 3 inches. If it's more than that, just make sure you get the half of whatever the results of the width is, and then measure it, mark it, and then you're going to sew along this line, back stitching at the start and finish. Then remove your clips, and you're going to now open up the seam that you just made. This seam, try and open it. Then you would press nice and flat. When you press nice and flat, you see that it is now is exactly the width of our flap, because we actually want it to align with the width of our flap. We are going to now fold the wallet into fold, yeah, whatever you just did now. The opening of that seam, you fold into. It's just like folding a letter. So now you now notice that the sides we clipped at that time are now folded. So clip these open edges. You should make sure you clip this on both sides, because we would just be top stitching them the sides, and we'll be done. Make sure the edges are well aligned. Now we're going to take this to the same machine and stitch at about 1/8 of an inch from the edge to keep everything secure. You might have to push out those corners. When you're done, you can arrange them back. Now I've top stitched both open edges of this wallet. It's time to give this wallet some snap action. So, like I mentioned earlier, arrange the wallet well. Make sure everything stays nice and flat. Press as much as you can. If you're using fabric, by all means use a hot iron to press well. Now we're going to be installing the snaps. First, you would install the mill snap on the flap, because this is one that sticks out. Then, so like I always do, I measure half an inch from the top of the tip of the flap in across the center of the wrist to get the position for my mill snap. So as soon as this is done, you're now going to fold the wallet over to figure out the perfect spot for the female snap. Mark it, install it, and you're done. We're installing the female snap now. And there you have it, your very own fold and go wallet. Just look at this beauty. It holds cards vertically, keeps coins secure, and even has room for receipts you forget to throw out. If you enjoyed this tutorial, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sewing adventures. And hey, if you make this wallet, tag me on social media. I would love to see your creations. Now, go forth and sew your hearts out. Until next time, stay creative, stay fabulous, and remember, measure twice, cut once. Unless you like living dangerously. Bye for now.